nose, yes I am so pure uncut while they're retro. My potency fed you raw lines, 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 lines. Blow their nose, yes I am so pure uncut while they're retro. My potency fed you raw lines, 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 lines. Eyes bulging, with your face numb. Go slave to my buzz, all the bass drums and the tempo. No raves or nightclubs, eyes bulging, with your face numb. Go slave to my boss, drug of my potency, fed you raw lines, lines, lines. Those who that listen go through addiction due to the words of the shady culprit. Home in the spit, them boulders and bricks till the base of your nose is straight corrosive, your veins are bulging. Holes in your forearms itch from picking at the scabs. When you feel me in the tracks, full of a narcotic of a sovereign that's honoring to promise you a daily dosage. Bound to make your heart race, like car chases with a Scarface boosted cardiologist. Vomiting off my new stuff, till I'm honoring their fossils like archaeologists. Since I detect side effects like movement in spider webs, heightened senses, excess hyperness, can't decide on right or left or life or death. Inspect my ecstasy, lyrical, crystal, methamphetamine. Your body temperature degrees hotter than a 70s sex machine. MCs get cut to nothing stepped on. Thought he or she was headstrong, you're dead wrong. Cause any debt over me means head back for free till the things will eventually blow their nose, yes I am so pure uncut while they're retro. My potency fed you raw lines, 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 lines. Blow their nose, yes I am so pure uncut while they're retro. My potency fed you raw lines, 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 lines. Eyes bulging, with your face numb. Go slave to my buzz, all the bass drums and the tempo. No raves or nightclubs, eyes bulging, with your face numb. Go slave to my buzz, drug of my potency, fed you raw lines, 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 lines. Snivelling with lips dry like Sahara sand. When I spit that metric ton to half a gram, bars they're racking up on crack mirrors, no ad-libbers, then intently spat venom, the mental baptism. Strength of the neck on a wild bison, content with rap lizards. Suction of a Henry or Dyson causes a biter to sniff more raw lines. Reckless, defiant as Mike Tyson with a trident, hip-hop or grime. Might need to rehabilitate MCs, facilitated needs for people unschooled. Doing crimes to eat that pull the iron heat. Don't kill a Michael P, then make you run jewels. Every line I write's a poppy field. Every rhyme entwined in opera chills. Your body temperature degrees hotter than a 70s sex machine. Home team orgies causing nosebleeds. Lean morphine, court fees and no teeth. Cause any debt over me means head back for free till your C's will eventually blow their nose, yes I am so pure uncut while they're retro. My potency fed you raw lines, 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 lines. Blow their nose, yes I am so pure uncut while they're retro. My potency fed you raw lines, 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 lines. Eyes bulging, with your face numb. Go slave to my buzz, all the bass drums and the tempo. No raves or nightclubs, eyes bulging, with your face numb. Go slave to my buzz, drug of my potency, fed you raw lines, 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 lines. Blow their nose, yes I am so pure uncut while they're retro. My potency fed you raw lines, 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 lines. Blow their nose, yes I am so pure uncut while they're retro. My potency fed you raw lines, 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 lines. Eyes bulging, with your face numb. Go slave to my buzz, all the bass drums and the tempo. No raves or nightclubs, eyes bulging, with your face numb. Go slave to my boss, drug of my potency, fed you raw lines, 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 lines. This letter will help you, cause it gives insight to medical breakthroughs, a specific kind. This letter will help you, cause it gives insight to an ignorant mind of a Mr. White. Dear Mr. White, I write and read you this message direct. There's a few things on your phlegm-infected chest I just have to dissect from your interior, like the near-dead fear-fed bug that gears you up to be superior in comparison to those you deem inferior. You view through the corner of your eye. Mainframe damage to your brain makes time distort from the boredom in your mind. Confined to hospital wards on life support for the testing of this pented up oppressive and aggressive infection. In a sex selectively disrespectful to any other complexion. In a subtle manner, cause that's the cancer plague in the city of London. A dysfunction of a sick fungus matching your pre-assumptions and judgments while leaking a pus trail. Educated racist on a daily basis deep in your blood cells, making sure your reign of hatred is contagious, free from a nutshell. then attack the globe with no antidote. They don't see, so they touch braille. Reading facts and quotes of their test results or raw diagnosis. More tetrodotoxin, bending defensive spines like a porcupine blowfish. Hoping your worn out health will get exercised. Racism is sad and pathetic, no matter how you dress it, rugged or well groomed. A mental sickness and terminal illness, for real, I sincerely hope you get well soon. Racism is sad and pathetic, no matter how you dress it, rugged or well groomed. A mental sickness and terminal illness, for real, I sincerely hope you get well soon. This letter will help you, cause it gives insight to medical breakthroughs, a specific kind. This letter will help you, cause it gives insight to an ignorant mind of a Mr. White. This letter will help you, cause it gives insight to medical breakthroughs, a specific kind. This letter will help you, cause it gives insight to an ignorant mind of a Mr. White that's hindered by a parasite of patriotism, laying eggs in your mind that spin the vines of favoritism. The main affliction makes a difference to your unstable condition, with a description which is in blatant desperate aid of nutrition. From a basement lab, man-made disease and creating his own casualties, even hand-painted through centuries, spreading this outbreak so casually to your membrane. The genesis of your prejudice ways indeed in need of vaccines. Check the x-ray. Through the microscopical optics we can see the gangrene in your chest plate. Read your CAT scan, and I'm finding you don't like to be reminded that you've contracted some type of fight or flight kind of virus, weakening your immune system. Can't fight a fever or flu. To belittle and abuse children is what they teach in your schools. Laying on your deathbed with a feeling so fearful and regretful, knowing this sickness can take seconds, minutes, even years to digest you, with a strong knock-on effect. Makes your life harder to get by, while your memories recollect family, friends and Mrs. White by your bedside. Racism is sad and pathetic, no matter how you dress it, rugged or well groomed. A mental sickness and terminal illness, for real, I sincerely hope you get well soon. Racism is sad and pathetic, no matter how you dress it, rugged or well groomed. A mental sickness and terminal illness, for real, I sincerely hope you get well soon. This letter will help you, cause it gives insight to medical breakthroughs, a specific kind. This letter will help you, cause it gives insight to an ignorant mind of a Mr. White. This letter will help you, cause it gives insight to medical breakthroughs, a specific kind. This letter will help you, cause it gives insight to an ignorant mind of a Mr. White. Love music, don't abuse it. Love music, so much I start my day with Marvin Gaye. As a self-employed, well-appointed ghetto boy like Johnny Hathaway, I feel no pain scars, relaying Ray Charles, or case filing Billie Holiday and Isaac Hayes. Miles Davis and cocaine syringe vein, a world of sound with John Coltrane and Rick James. The reign of the JBs and James Brown came and changed how hip-hop framed its main sound. Throughout my darkest hours, black music shot my power back. Of contact from Roger Trout and Zach, a mouth of magic like Gladys Knight or Barry White. Powerful ballads like Michael Land, the Jackson 5. Unwinding in the evening, Prince and BB King. The teachings bring streaming sequence like a satellite. Fill your drain with those pain pills. My brain heals in the purple wave field of Curtis Mayfield. Feel my agony from Sly and the Family Stone to Buju Banton and Pebbles and Nina Simone. Music comes in all forms, now walk, talk and dance along, cause the blues is where it started from. Love music, don't abuse it. Love music. Enough to cool my breeze with the Supremes. Rolls Royce, Sam Cooke, Aretha Franklin, Al Green and Julia Reed. The Luther Vandross, Beats, Barrington Levy, a Margaret Dog like Peter Tosh, active on free speech. Speak to King Tubby, so my soul don't need to suffer. Chuckling Isley Brothers, insight of Stevie Wonder. Funkadelic George Clinton when I'm overstressing. From Otis Redding to soul eccentric Jimi Hendrix. Teddy Pendergrass helps to part from mental scars through psychedelics of our comedic Afrocentrics. Johnny Guitar Watson had Randy Crawford aiding me through a deja vu with Dionne Warwick. A Bobo Damien, Stefan and Kamani. Never part with Ziggy. Energy of the Marleys mixed with Wailers. Creators of art are my main inspiration. Straight A's in a class of untamed edutainment. From when artists were rarely hardly caring to make it blatant if they were rich or famous. Music comes in all forms. Now walk, talk and dance along, cause the blues is where it started from. Love music. Don't abuse it. Love music. Citizens hug the ground upon my introduction. I go by the name of gun to gat, strap, burner or metal. The old schoolers call me Toolie. Skang, strally, heat or peace, please just keep it discreet, cause people go nauseous when you pull me. Forwardly proceed in a devious scheme of immediate extortion, decreasing the peace. These elites are keen on never willing to admit or accept I'm top listed on their instruments of death. Meant to serve and protect police brutality. My metallic anatomies manufactured in factories for industrial mass production. From hammer to caliber of my barrel or gauge, my brain chamber and my safety catch will have to function. But designed to collide with chins with a primer hit by my firing pin from magazine back up to muzzle. Is where I spit projectile vomit lodged in bulletproof apparel muscle. Come in and hit the exact target. Globally involved in crack on the black market. Asking Webley and Scott about the process where some of us were crossbred for military offense. Or sent where the crime is organized. Caught a ride with a 45 to the borderline. Told me he saw more brains than a Paul Einstein. Saw his sights are blind when a life flashed before his eyes. Slurred I've murdered kids with goons on road to vocalists, turning snitch for the Holyhead Marine Services. BAE Systems, BMT Limited. Living on missile clips and getting rich off business. Rid you with witnesses. Firing iron saliva on a minor or elderly is cylinderism. The Caucasian invader's nature is the exact same to this day. Eliminate them from a distance. Griffin hover work, reduce and distribute. Me in an instant for revenue of their institute. Still I'm used by governments to fund invasions of other nations and force ugly ultimatums. The white man invented me for his own gain. Acquire land and flood the natives with cocaine. I spoke flames make me cook inside and breathe smoke. My role name's known for putting lives on repo. I've been comfortably tucked into a shooter's palm to feed your fuckery but remaining super calm. Range master, precision arms, MSI defense systems, weaponizing me desensitized by violent imperialists, lighting up various hits. My serial numbers unidentified. I've done robbed many parents of their offspring, made profits for the monarchy and doctrine, and shot limbs for profession, busting off every bloody second. There's just one other thing I'd like to mention. Next time somebody decides to pick me up with a foolish intention, then point me in the right direction. Like the sector trying to revoke human rights, abusing Mother Earth and won't uphold fluent life. With suit and tie, grooming types of paedophilia, getting their shoes shined while their missiles are hitting Syria. The rich living on child slavery economics, where infants of daycare age won't get no solace. When I'm wanted for robberies, dodging the causes, while anonymously coming from Holland in boxes. I'm not the assassin, these human beings have the habit. That psychopathic gorilla turned killer on my trigger. Using flock for practice, went from rusty to custom jackets to getting tied on a brick and sinking in the river. Rid of my horrors at the bottom, where I belong. Right along with the rod of Nas and Pharaoh Munch. Enough poor are brain damage with angushness from blood sports of gun talk. That's my language. Conscious real eyes realize. Quite often they hide behind a deception that's in plain sight. At face height, yet never encourage intelligence to take flight. They might paint this like our eyes, heart, mind and brain are plain blind to the piled up lies like the spectrum of UV ray lights, invisible on this physical plane. As they interface, assimilate and integrate with the fake, and then imitate, manipulating the layman to engage on any terrain or any domain. More many escapees screaming they hate life from a great height till the physical rain precipitates. Shapes and imagery dictate what we can see visually. Rituals, biblical bigotry, religion, fistfuls of trickery. Makes me want to physically bleed truth in rap ballads. Fates go see-through and transparent. Makes my pineal gland active and boost back up. With deceitful people seeking to black out the moon and sun. Plus the lie holds infinite variations while the truth has none. Cover, detect, identify, up for this man to exercise with good intent, never surprised whether it's conscious real eyes realize, constantly tapping into insight. Conscious real eyes realize, constantly tapping into insight. Conscious real eyes realize, constantly tapping into insight. To the likes of a corrupt government war machine along with royalty is the lie of a made up dominant scheme, so we honour this colony. To infect and neglect blue sea with the industrial oily. Another telltale sign of a blind inhumane system, using mysticism and group religion with gruesome pictures of crucifixion. So tune this into your truth and wisdom through intuition, no superstition. Remove your vision from the external, reconnect with your internal, or be eternally fooled into submission. Through the inner mind's eyelid to iris, blinded by lies, mass confusion. Truth burns through higher disguises to shine light on this grand illusion. Human communication is 85% body language vibration, making 10 verbal fibers physical. Pioneers acting and boost back up. With deceitful people seeking to black out the moon and sun. Plus the lie holds infinite variations while the truth has none. Cover, detect, identify, up for this man to exercise with good intent, never surprised whether it's conscious real eyes realize, constantly tapping into insight. Conscious real eyes realize, constantly tapping into insight. Conscious real eyes realize, constantly tapping into insight.
No antennas or extra limbs, seraphims that travel on interstellar winds. In the mix of studying different specimens, while shifting elements of earth, fire, wind, water. As long as this sun is lit, up there is discoveries from the mothership. Must have been another being full functioning, falling through colored rings of red, orange, green, aura. Scanned and recorded backwater planet. Language, sea and organics, battle, greed, war and malice. Politics and religion is the control mechanisms. More hoarding of the resources is causing your feast or famine. From an angelic nation that sold us time, notion is so sublime, we openly multiply. Military with offensive weapons deactivated, feeling emasculated with people of mass contained in inner cities from contact, fearing it might spawn social and civil unrest, hearing more life forms. Bright and dark force is the source of a light force. Find the portal or fly forth to the sky port. for preserving the earthling is not certain, as early universal language of crop circles, body vessel, no engine, hyper in light speed, levels the mental retina, even the blind see. There's a massive reliance on technological science, while they're confined in compliance for some tyrants. While these human beings do it to each other for a nuclear summer, all they do is pollute their mother. There's a massive reliance on technological science, while they're confined in compliance for some tyrants. While these human beings do it to each other for a nuclear summer, all they do is pollute their mother. No antennas or extra limbs, seraphims that travel on interstellar winds, in the mix of studying different specimens, while shifting elements of earth, fire, wind, water. As long as this sun is lit, up there is discoveries from the mothership. Must have been another being full functioning, falling through colored rings of red, orange, green, oral. As recorded channels transmit the message, took them 10 years to get it, a century to dissect it. Said that life is continuous with you and never ending. Perception in this dimension is limited to your senses. Self-destructive, complex, the helpless puppets. Tried to view with no judgment, and yet I felt disgusted. Interplanetary adversaries, warning denial or tackleberry vocabulary, launching all dialogue. Opting to part matter so that you can see universes start and stars scatter. Cannons that charge gamma, rays not man-made, and plaguing the earth with the worst brain and heart cancer. Of a primitive young species that may deem extraterrestrial funk freaky, feeling real uneasy, shook of the unknown, and eating what you're feeding on eventually stunts growth. There's a massive reliance on technological science, while they're confined in compliance for some tyrants. While these human beings do it to each other for a nuclear summer, all they do is pollute their mother. There's a massive reliance on technological science, while they're confined in compliance for some tyrants. While these human beings do it to each other for a nuclear summer, all they do is pollute their mother. No antennas or extra limbs, seraphims that travel on interstellar winds, in the mix of studying different specimens, while shifting elements of earth, fire, wind, water. As long as this sun is lit, up there is discoveries from the mothership. Must have been another being full functioning, falling through colored rings of red, orange, green, oral.
Anonymous astrologers and astronomers, astonishing populace of the Andromeda. Anonymous astrologers and astronomers, astonishing populace of the Andromeda, with no antenna.